Welcome to Education in Focus. I'm your host, Eliana Kernodle. The Texas Attorney General's office is demanding documentation from 2 school districts over concerns that they are allowing male students to play on female sports teams in violation of state law, HB 25. Joining me to dig into this is Chalkboard News editor Brendan Clary. Brendan, what led up to these letters?
Yeah, so this is a few weeks coming. So there was an organization that maybe listeners have heard about, maybe not, called Accuracy in Media, and they're maybe the best way would be to describe like kind of like an activist or advocacy organization, but they will try to hold different institutions accountable through pretense. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it. Like they'll send somebody into a situation posing as somebody else. And in this case, the Accuracy in Media sent individuals to Dallas Independent School District and Irving Independent School District. Those are both Dallas area school districts, large school districts in Texas. And they sent people into these schools who were saying that they were parents. And so in one of the organization posted edited videos of these that were secretly recorded by these parents, in quotation marks there. One of them was with the Dallas ISD's LGBT youth program coordinator named Mahogany Gaston. And so she told that operative, that parent, to update a birth certificate for their transgender student in New Jersey before moving to Texas. So Gaston said, quote, "They find the loopholes in everything." And then they also filmed an interaction with Rennie Lizardo, the executive director of campus operations for Irving Independent School District. And Lizardo was told by the parents who were looking to move to the district. That's what they said, like, hey, we're out of state. We're hoping to move to the district. We have a transgender daughter who wants to play sports. He recommended that the student get an updated birth certificate out of state and said that the district wouldn't check. And he said, quote, "It's not illegal if you don't get caught," right? So you can hear him saying that in the video. So again, this is kind of like what led up to this. It's got, I think, quite a bit of attention on social media, like X, formerly Twitter. And I think that this is maybe what ultimately got Attorney General Ken Paxton's attention in Texas there. So it's that's kind of the behind the scenes of like what led up to this. And it's pretty evident when you look at the videos in Accuracy in Media's website. And I think they posted it on social media as well. And you can kind of see what they allege happened in those videos, or, what was said. And you can, see that in that undercover video that was taken. And there's a direct correlation to what Attorney General Ken Paxton is asking about in his letters to those districts, right? So this is kind of the boiling. Like sometimes you jump into a story and you're like, okay, well, like what led to this? And I think that you can do that. And so I think as a journalist, I just want to kind of preface, so put this into the discussion a little bit. As a journalist, it's like we don't operate this way. So I think Accuracy in Media, they're calling those people who are pretending to be parents journalists. And I think that there's like maybe a little bit of a distancing from that in terms of they're going somewhere under false pretenses and saying this. But they are raising these concerns about these organizations and these individuals who are in these organizations. And I think that is what got Attorney General Ken Paxton's attention.
And so what did Attorney General Ken Paxton ask from these school districts?
So it was a number of different things. So the letter, it kind of reiterated this is what was alleged to have what these individuals allegedly said. So it said, just kind of advising parents that the school district wouldn't check about the birth certificates. But specifically, his office requested documents related to training materials and policies related to the state law that bans students from playing on the sports team opposite their sex assigned at birth. So that's HB 25. And it also requested any communications, including emails, to district employees regarding the determination of a student's eligibility to participate in interscholastic sports based on sex, including the use of birth certificates or other governmental documents. It also requested an organizational chart from both districts showing where the staff or the filmed by Accuracy in Media are in the management structure in those schools. So basically, where do they fall in terms of their, like how much power do they have in that school district? And then they also sought information about the creation and funding of the Dallas Independent School District staff position, the LGBTQ plus youth program coordinator, and information related to the sports program. So specifically for the Dallas ISD, it asked for, quote, all district meeting minutes containing any discussions regarding the LGBT youth program coordinator, their role within the district, or district policy as it relates to LGBT student participation in interscholastic athletic competitions. So essentially, how much sway does this position have on determining which athletes are allowed to participate in which sports? Because they're kind of looking for more information. And I think the Attorney General's office is basically wondering about how much of a policy or like an unspoken policy would exist in these kinds of school districts, and what that would mean for the different sports teams and different students there. And so that is kind of the big change too we've seen from the federal government as well. The Trump administration has issued executive orders. Trump signed executive orders on this issue on transgender students playing sports, and on the federal government's policy of having male and female, two sexes, and sort of redefining a lot of these kinds of things. And so, it is a controversial conversation in a lot of different parts of the country, a lot of different states, a lot of different pushback from advocates. So we do have, a lot of these kinds of things, and there might be that more of these will pop up in the future. So a lot of these are very difficult conversations to have, and a lot of them have a lot of that extra emotional response as well.
Well, Brennan, thank you for your insights on this story. Listeners can keep up with this story and more at chalkboardnews.com.